Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Damaris Mwikali and this is my shit chapters. Another thing I'm learning during this COVID-19 pandemic is how urban planning and development is essential for Kenya and for Africa at large. One of the factors that is making it hard to contain the spread of COVID-19 or the coronavirus is densely populated areas. Take for instance places like Kawangware, Kibra. I don't know if Old Town in Mombasa is densely populated, but I've been to Isili. Even Isili is densely populated. There are so many shops there, wholesale retailers, and just a lot of malls there. And I wanted to find out how did we find ourselves in this situation. So doing some research, and I came about one thing that really stood out is because we majored on planning, on infrastructure, industries, and all these things, and we forgot the one thing that matters: the people. This is one of the things you should consider when doing urban planning and development. Again, not an expert in this field, but you urban planning and development specialists, please come and help us and to find a solution. And maybe you've not had the opportunity to do it, but going forward we should learn as a state, as a continent, even the entire world, of how important proper planning is essential for us. Everybody is turning into real estate, and to say the least, it is a lucrative venture. Even I would want to maybe own a couple of plots someday. In Kenya, if you own land, you are probably rich. It is everybody's dream and aspiration, buy land somewhere, build your own mansion. When you do that, you will have made it in life. But have you seen the difference when they advertise houses in these posh areas, in Kileleshwa, in Runda, in Kitusuru? I don't know even if they advertise. For some areas you don't get to hear much of advertisement, but have you heard how they advertise? It is usually one gated community near a hospital, near schools. They have a swimming pool, there's ample parking, there's a place where children can play, there's a playground. Take the difference when you're house hunting somewhere in East Lando, Moja, Kayole, Ungwaro, just somewhere in the east sides. The difference is, I will just ask if there's water, there's electricity, that you ask when you're house hunting, and everything else will fall into place. Where I work, maybe I will have figured that out because of the transport and the fare I'm going to use per day. But all these other things, where your children's school and everything, will come after you've gotten this house. And you may say, we Dama Weishia, we are talking about two different places with people who have different sources of income. The other one falls under a different social group and all these other things. But for the people who live in slums and all these other settlements, don't they deserve better? Are they children of lesser God? I get it. I'm not asking for this, for all of us to live in these posh areas. I'm asking for decency. Just how decent is a place? Does it have all the amenities that are required? And just figuring out where there's no balance. There's the rich and the poor, two different sides. If you've probably taken the southern bypass route to Kikuyu, when you pass through Langata, and this side, different people, different houses, this side, different everything is just different. But what if we lived in a place where the people who are maybe rich have their own places, go to work in the same place, and the people that are middle class, they have their own things, they have their own hospitals, they have their own schools, and all these things are at par are at par with the levels and the standards that are required. You see, if one person today contracts coronavirus in Mweki, 17B in Mweki, and another person in maybe Runda does not have the virus, and they probably may be running errands in CBD and they meet, and this person transmit it to the other, then you find this person will have contracted it, and their social status at that time won't come into play. Rural areas are not developed, and that is why people move from a country to the city. But what if we developed the rural areas? What if we didn't have to move from Kitui, from Webuye to come to the capital city, all of us, to search for this coin? What if I am in Webuye, I have good schools over there, I have proper hospitals and all this, and maybe I have a good stable income from within. You know, with the devolved government, I thought maybe all these things will be factored and life will be better. Life will be better. We wouldn't have all of us coming to Kenyatta Hospital, going to Moi Referral Hospital for these basic things, the test, and maybe what if we could contain COVID-19 in just a small area with our experts, with our doctors, you know, without having all of us to have one central place where we have to go and get our services. See, this has made Nairobi to be densely populated. See, growing up, the history of Nairobi, the city under the sun, the place with cool waters, and all these good things that we heard about Nairobi. And growing up, there was land, there was a playground. People could play police and robber, icho. What are those other games that you used to play when you were young? Comment down below. Kati, you know, if you are in Western, Sogoro Punch, and all these things, all these games we played when we were young. Why did we play them? Because we had a playground, we had the space. And what do children nowadays do? It's all about online, social media. What else do they play? PS and all these things. And maybe we may blame them and we just tell them how our generation is better because we used to play blah blah blah. But what if maybe they don't even have land to play? Have you gone to these cities, or there is no space, and maybe the only option they have to is to connect online, because they are human beings and they don't have a place to play. So what do? They either stay indoors or they catch up on social media. In most estates, in most houses in Nairobi, water is a rare commodity. It is either rationed or taps are dry. And to imagine that right now we have floods and all the dams are threatening to burst and all these things. Where did we lose it? Where did things start going sour? You may provide water and what do you call these things? Sanitizers. You may provide all those. But what about the vegetables that I buy? Will I get the water to just properly wash them? Maybe they have been grown even somewhere along Nairobi River. I hear even these days the river is polluted. All these factors make it hard for even proper sanitation. So at times when you blame people for refusing to social distance, maybe there is no space. Maybe there is no space at all to even stay 1 meter apart from your other human being. That being said, I hope from now on we're going to do better, really. And after this is over, we are going to put strict measures as we are putting for fighting this pandemic. That when it comes to urban planning, we shall have the experts not only give their opinion but for it to be implemented. that's it, guys, for today. As you can tell, it's a sad state of affair, and we can do better, and we will do better. And even if it means electing people that put this into concern, that people who are not just interested of grabbing land and everything, but people who genuinely care for the people and not just infrastructure. Thank you very much. As always, subscribe and let's do life together. Until next time, this is Maisha.